let's now have a conversation about another rumor that you hear all the time in California among political circles, which is that Feinstein is running to hand the seat off to someone else. So she's 84 years old. The theory is that she's going to go for some period of time, not to exceed 2 years, and then she's going to let the governor pick the next senator. And I have heard that that is going to be Garcetti, who's the
Becerra.
Or Becerra,
Yeah.
or Schiff. Those are the three people I've heard mentioned.
Oh, Schiff.
Okay, so Adam Schiff, not a very progressive Democrat in our book. Lately, for a lot of understandable reasons, can't stop talking about Russia because he's on the committee, right? And so that's his job, to go on TV to talk about Russia. So I don't even hold that against him, but definitely not among the more progressive Democrats in the country. Okay, and Garcetti was a really solid mayor in L.A. He's a really smart guy, but these are all not my kind of politicians. And so,
but there's an axis. Well, yes, you're right. There's an axis though that makes them the type, with the exception of Garcetti. I mean, I sort of see it more with Becerra and Schiff for Feinstein, and for Newsom because of what Becerra did. I think that there's a belief that it's going to be Becerra that they would.
Because of that, the gamesmanship we were talking about earlier in the night.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
And by the way, Becerra, I looked it up this morning because I didn't have much of a dog in that fight. But turns out, like Feinstein, he's also pro-death penalty. Like, oh, come on, guys, Jesus Christ.
What year
right?
is it?
And what year is it and what party is it? So it's not to say that he's conservative on every issue. But why shouldn't California have a really progressive senator, like a firebrand, where they're like, "Whoa, you catch the senator from California?"
No, on the racism of the death penalty alone, I just think it's like an unexcusable policy for a Democrat to have in 2018. The numbers are in about how disproportionate it is, and how many. What's the exact figure of how many people we estimate that we execute who are innocent?
Oh, I don't know.
4%.
4%? Yeah,
is what we do. That is, this is just gross.
So they're comfortable with that.
0.4% is too many.
Yeah, well, one is too many,
Right.
okay, but you can say, hey, mistakes happen, but
But
not on the death penalty.
Not with the death penalty. You can't say
Also,
mistakes
doesn't have
happen.
to.
Right.
And I would argue that the state kills far more than enough people already before they even get through their whole court process, let alone actually ending up in jail.
Yeah.
I had a fun idea. Now, imagine that Feinstein does her little shenanigans. Let's say she beats Bradley or DeLeon, and right now DeLeon's got the lead. And then she goes, okay, supplies, I'm retiring. Okay, Gavin, go ahead, pick Becerra or one of these other guys. Gavin's like, I pick Allison Hartson. Let us whisper of a dream.
Hildebrand.
Right.